4 attempts. It's taken me now 4 attempts to record this episode. I don't know why it's taken me 4 attempts. Well, the first time round, Jones decided to just die. You know how it is. Your colonists are existing, breathing, doing their own thing, and then they die. You know, it's fantastic. The second attempt, everything was going fantastic, and do you know what happened? 2 colonists died to some absolutely lovely Rimworld fuckery. The third attempt. Now we love third time's a charm. The third attempt. Our lovely toxic waste dump decided to explode. Do you know what happens when over 2,000 toxic waste packs explode? It kills everything. Who'd have thought that 2,000 toxic waste pack explode? It does a lot of damage. So much so that the largest infestation I've ever seen spawned in. Welcome to the Mechanoid Mastery Series, episode 14, and I hope that I'm not re-recording this episode for the 5th time, because holy, I'll be upset. But I did learn from those episodes. I did learn. Failed recordings taught me a lot about what I've got coming in the next few waves. Most importantly, this next wave isn't actually too bad. The next wave after that could be really bad. There's a lot of things that we're going to take into account. Now, if you enjoy any of today's episode and are excited to see whether or not Jones survives, whether or not the toxic waste dump does explode, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things, and let's start by the first job. The first job is we need to completely redo our Mechanoid area. It's inefficient, we don't have enough of anything, and we need more. What I've done first off is moving all the normal mech gestators up a few spaces and the advanced one up one. We need to fit in at least a couple more large mech gestators. I also need to open up down here as well. I'm going to do it on both sides as well for aesthetic purposes. We need to basically give access to the storm because people are taking far too long to go between here and there. I'd also like today to start on our drugs program. Last episode we did work out that we can give drugs to drones. So what we've decided is that we're going to give the wake up to the drones, right? Because they give a plus 50% global work speed. So if we make enough wake up, we can get all of our drillers totally drugged up all the time and work 50% faster, which would be absolutely ridiculous. I'd also like to get started to the GlitterNet stuff, get that hooked up. I'm also going to put a pause on all of our Android systems and completely. We're not going to make any more tier 1 Androids for the time being, just so we can get back on top of what we are currently doing. Like, we need to shred so many clothes and things. I want to prioritize that first. And speaking of the drillers, I've now decided to actually let them roam free. At the moment, because we are getting so many resources in general, I don't think it's worth having them set to a specific place. And if we want them to go on a drug schedule, a regular drug schedule, they need to be able to grab it whenever they need it. So they can use whatever deep drills they want now. They're free. We raise free-range drones here. And in terms of research, we're currently going through all the different agriculture and things so we can grow some more plants and stuff. And then we're going to go into biofuel refining and shields so we can try increase our battery size and hopefully find a use for these toxic waste packs. Because like I said, I don't really want these to explode because the mess that they create is ungodly. It is an ungodly amount of mess. So much so that I think I might actually rebuild the toxic waste dump and put it somewhere else, or I'll just build it out of a different material. That's actually probably far better. And looking at things as well, we have this thing called a mech control sublink. And what this actually does is increase the general labor speed of our drones. So if we can upgrade Robbie and make his drones work slightly faster, I think that'd be a really good thing. We can only have 6 at a time, so I think that's 3 of each, the standard and the high. And with all the upgrades we've been doing for the androids, I'm going to build ourselves a separate little workroom for them. A hospital, you could call it, but they're androids, so is it really a hospital? I made a decision as well to put all the drillers on construction just for the time being whilst we're getting everything set up as well for ideally defeating all in future raids. Just then we can also get on and do all the GlitterNet things and just general maintenance around the base. I think I'm also going to do the slightly cheesy strat of having a quote-unquote kill box. It's not ideal, it's not something I want, but for the sake of it taking slightly longer for enemies attackers, I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. I've also decided that we are now actually going to discontinue Driller 1. The original Driller 1 is no longer needed. Mr. Krabs will stay, because Mr. Krabs is Mr. Krabs. You cannot get rid of Mr. Krabs. You cannot get rid of Mr. Krabs, but Driller 1, we don't need you anymore. You were kind of useless. Visitors from the Ironclad Society are leaving. They're absolutely amazed by your hospitality. Score 100. Namjai, you got raided by a bunch of androids and everybody died apart from you. Are you honestly happy with the way that stay went? Really? A group of marauders from the Unending Militia have arrived in transports nearby, and it looks like they want to besiege the colony. Oh, yeah, just land right in the center of my base. I wish there was a way that I could turn off transport pod raids, because it just doesn't seem very fair, honestly. It just doesn't seem quite right that I have to deal with this constantly. They all do have sniper rifles, though, which is kind of nice, which means that if we get up close to them, that should be an easy dub. Yeah, it's practically fully automatic now with those sniper rifles going so quickly. And there we are. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So we've got a resource drop for 250 wood, 250 steel and 10 components, 5 random combat animals, research boost, and random normal reward. I think we're going to go for the research boost, just see what we get. We've got accelerated cellular regeneration, long blades, and a gestalt engine. Whoa, okay. And med pods, apparently. Nice. We did, however, lose a hell of a lot of mechanoids that raid, but hey, we'll get them all repaired and everything, we should be okay. Another issue I've noticed with our mechanoids, whilst they have been very handy in their numbers and they do provide a lot of fire support, they're not actually that strong. I tested earlier in the series a large mech upgrader and a mech upgrader. With this, we could upgrade our mechanoids with different focuses or just for general upgrades. I think it might be a good idea if we built a laboratory as well. Maybe just a small room off to the side, like here, where we can just do all of our mechanoid upgrades. So our wake up production as well has started. We're on 56 wake up. I think we've run out of neutral aiming, which is the issue now. So the wake up. What do we need to do? So social drugs. We want to make a brand new drug policy, and this policy allows nothing but wake up. And people are going to keep in inventory, I think, twice a day. So with wake up, how long does it last? 0.5 days. So they need to keep 2 in their inventory at all time, and they need to take twice a day. But every single one of our drones will be instructed now to take wake up twice a day. Now, I don't know if drones and androids can overdose. It doesn't make sense that they can. So hopefully they don't. Oh god, straight away overdose on Driller 3. Immediately overdoses. Straight away. You haven't even been taking this for long enough. Your first time and you overdose. Well, you are only an android, so I can resurrect you easily. So I mean, it's probably okay. Death, Driller 3. Driller 3 has overdosed. Driller 3, really? Really? Oh, what? Okay, so maybe taking wake up twice a day was potentially a bad idea for our small, weak drones. Have any of the other larger drillers? Yeah, the larger ones are okay. I think Driller 3 just decided he'd just take all the wake up at once, which probably wasn't a good idea. I guess I will limit it then down to just 1 a day and hope that that just doesn't kill them all off. So we have now research shields as well. I feel that now we're getting stronger and stronger waves. Our people that are only equipped with basically rags and then a nice looking hat. It would probably be nice if we gave them some shields just to protect them slightly better. It doesn't matter what type of shields it is, just something. And last episode I made the promise. I said that I was going to make Leo a proper Psycaster, and we did do that. We installed the vanilla Psycaster expanded mod. Now it's just automatically gave Leo the role of Archon, which is not something I'm going to go through. We're not going to do that because it's basically base game. I've already made the executive decision to change him to be a chronopath. Now the chronopath has a very important skill that I want to use, and that is raid pause. With Winston Waves, I feel like having a character that can pause the raids is probably going to be quite powerful later on. Hey, what's this? A persona core. Where have you got a persona core from? What? Tier 4 Android. Did we get raided by Tier 4 Android and we've disassembled it and got a persona core? That's kind of overpowered, honestly. That is kind of OP. And a quick update on the mineral units. Yes, they are doing a fantastic job. Look at how cute he is. And he is absolutely half full. For those of you who are wondering if they did actually eat the corpses, yes, they do. As you can see by all the removed limbs here, these cute little hungry things love human corpses. And a group from the Plink Fly Toxo are visiting again. Welcome, welcome. Whoa, there's loads of them. 8 of them. 8 friends. Nice. And a raid from the Vandermeer Remnants. And of course, as you'd expect, they're coming in from drop pods. Of course they are. What else would they be doing? 12 Rangers, 3 Gremlins, and 3 Falcons is not too bad of a raid. Just really inconvenient they've decided to drop pod in. Oh, some of them have landed in the drugs lab as well. Oh, please don't destroy my drugs. Oh, and then robots have decided to destroy my drugs lab. Really? Of all the things to destroy, my drugs lab was not the one. There we go, the last one has been destroyed. So we've got a resource drop, pawn join, delay next wave, or an animal drop. We're going to go for the delay next wave, honestly. Get an extra 3 days. Perfect. Driller 1 has developed a addiction to wake up. It now has a need for wake up. Visible on its needs tab. It will be automatically consuming the drug to fulfill its need. If it can't get any wake up, it will go into withdrawal. You're a robot. What kind of robots can get addicted to drugs? Yes, I'm not doing it for your own good, but how? So alongside the glitter net, which is going to be obviously really, really nice when we grab it, we also have access to the sky mine. So from what I understand, the sky mine is a relay tower and a connection very similar to the glitter net that connects to robots and people, I think. So a big issue that we've got with the drillers is yes, we can give them drugs, and yes, we can make them go slightly quicker. But what if we could make them even better at what they can do? At the moment, they are stuck at 8 in skill. What if we then make it so that they go up manually to skill 15 and then give them a specialization, and then they'll be even better? Could be a really good idea. Skymind is something that is probably equally, if not more expensive than the glitter net. So we've now got the first 2 large mech upgraders. So how did these work last time? I don't remember. But what we can do is auto prime it, which would be perfect, because then we don't need to constantly get people ready for it. We're going to have it on the standard mode as well, which just installs, I think, just generally anything. Going to auto select just a random mechanoid. We're not going to let it have any workers in it, but it'll just kind of like chuck in whatever and just upgrade them, and I'll do the exact same for the other one. Robbie is upgraded to control sublink level 6, which gives a mech artwork offset speed of plus 36%. Not very much, but I guess any percentage increase is a percentage increase at the end of the day. So I've instructed Big Popper and Big Brother to get into these large mechanoid upgraders. If we can upgrade our best units to make them even better, even stronger, even faster, that'd be perfect. They are in here, unfortunately, for 16 hours, but 16 hours and they get slightly better and we do this more and more, it's probably worth it. The visitors from the Pink Fly Toxo are leaving and they're absolutely amazed once again, and they've given us 27 medicine. Oh, I think we have lots of excellent entertainment options around here. There's just a big robot to look at, and that is literally it. Oh no, Driller 1 has accidentally overdosed whilst consuming Wake Up. Driller 1, really? Drug overdose major. That literally all you had to do was take one little bit of Wake Up, but no, you had to go overboard with it and just overdose. You are a silly robot. And there we are, the Glitternet has been made. What do you do? What is the Glitternet? We're producing 2 petaflops at the moment. We're not consuming any though at the moment. I built these processors as well because I don't know what they do, and I built another Glitternet hub next to it for aesthetic reasons and nothing else. So we've got these basic work speed integrators as well. Maybe we just put those down. Maybe let's just build one of each and see if I need to connect them up to something capable of improving the performance of a connected building. Ah, okay. So would that then mean I then connected, say, the power integrator to say the gestator down here? I connect this to the gestator, and then it gives it power from the network, maybe? Or the work speed integrator, I connect that to the bench down here and it increases it massively, perhaps. I've got no idea. So I have just straight up just queued up networked prosthetics. So it needs better processors, wireless networking, medical integration, and then we get to prosthetics, which is the big one for this, really. I think this is going to be the next big goal, is to get everybody bionically equipped, just to see how much better we can make them at everyday tasks. I've now queued up all 4 more mech upgraders as well. I'm pretty sure I can do the exact same as what I did the other ones. I just auto prime them and just chuck in whoever. Eventually, the mech upgraders will be extremely expensive to maintain just because of how much I would like to be upgrading our units and everything. But eventually, imagine a double strength Marshall, double strength Behemoth, a double strength Tesseron, you know? Eventually, they'll just be all absolute units. Mech upgrade cycle has been complete for Big Popper and Big Brother, so their upgrades. Standard upgrade level 1, so we've got a manipulation plus 5, moving plus 5%, armor sharp and blunt has also increased 5%. Kind of a bare basic one, really. but I assume we can then specialize them even more, I'd imagine. So we've now finished the bare basic area of the Galitinet stuff. It doesn't really do anything. I built this thinking this is going to be the most incredible thing ever, but I just feel like these power integrator things and stuff just isn't that good. It just doesn't, like, the space it then requires everything to have individual buildings and stuff, it just isn't worth it. I think we'll get to a point where it is worth it, but at the moment, I just don't see it. And during the conversion ritual, the Mechanoid upgrade cycles have been complete for all the marshals as well. All of them the exact same as the behemoths, all 5% on moving, manipulation, armor sharp, and armor blunt. And the centurion has finished. Robert, come and take out Jones's machine. You have made this for your father and he will enjoy it. Holy! He's thick! He is thick, boy! So I never actually got to see what the Centurion did. We just kind of gestated it not knowing. What do you do? It is a ultra heavy mech with a built-in shield bubble generator. The Centurion carries a point defense bulb turret capable of firing while the Mechanoid is moving. So it's just a big old unit that can fish, apparently. Jones, take over that Centurion, make it yours. And I think on that note, we're going to end this episode here. At the beginning of this, if you told me that we were going to be in the stage where we had the Centurion and we were looking really good militarily, I wouldn't have believed you. After 4 attempts, I didn't think I was going to be in a spot like this. But look, we have the Centurion, it looks good, it moves around and things, and it has a big old shield. So if you have enjoyed today's episode and are excited to see the 21 Scythers next episode, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.